17 years. That's how long I had been married to Kelly. We built a life together, a home, a future, and what I thought was an unbreakable bond. But life has a cruel way of showing you that not everything is as it seems. It all started with a fan. Earlier this year, Kelly insisted we buy one of those fancy Dyson fans. She said it was for the summer heat, and while I thought it was a little overpriced, I caved in. I joked that the fan looked like something from a sci-fi movie, sleek and futuristic. Little did I know it would become the unintentional detective in a story I never wanted to tell. The day it all came crashing down. It was a Thursday, just another ordinary day, or so I thought. I had taken the afternoon off work to surprise Kelly. I picked up her favorite takeout, excited to spend some extra time together. When I pulled into our driveway, I noticed an unfamiliar car parked nearby. It wasn't a neighbor's, and it wasn't one of Kelly's friends' cars either. My stomach twisted a little, but I brushed it off. Walking into the house, everything felt off. The living room lights were off, and the air was eerily quiet, except for the faint hum of the Dyson fan upstairs. "Kelly?" I called out. No response. I headed upstairs, and as I got closer to our bedroom, I heard faint laughter. My heart started pounding. The door was slightly ajar, and I could see Kelly sitting on the edge of our bed, but not alone. A man I didn't recognize was sitting next to her, their shoulders almost touching. Here's where it gets surreal. I couldn't see everything clearly through the gap in the door, but the Dyson fan, with its shiny, reflective surface, gave me a perfect view of what was happening. It was like the universe wanted me to see the truth. They were laughing, talking softly, and completely unaware of my presence. My blood boiled. For a moment, I considered barging in, but something told me to document this instead. Gathering evidence. I pulled out my phone and recorded the reflection in the fan. It showed just enough, her leaning into him, his hand grazing her leg, their laughter. I recorded for a couple of minutes before deciding it was time to confront them. I pushed the door open, and their heads snapped toward me. "Having fun?" I said, my voice steady but ice cold. Kelly's face went pale. The man, a smug-looking guy in his 30s, had the audacity to look annoyed rather than guilty. "Who the hell are you?" he asked. "I'm her husband," I replied, holding up my phone. "And I've got everything I need right here." Kelly stammered, "It's not what it looks like." I cut her off. "It's exactly what it looks like, Kelly. 17 years, and this is how you repay me." The man stood up, trying to act tough. "Look, dude, don't make this a scene. Big mistake." I stepped closer, staring him down. "You've already made it a scene by coming into my house and disrespecting my marriage. You've got two choices, walk out now, or I make sure you regret ever stepping foot here." His confidence faltered. He grabbed his shoes and muttered something under his breath before bolting down the stairs and out the door. The fallout. After he left, Kelly broke down in tears, begging me to listen to her. She said it was a mistake, that it didn't mean anything. But her words were empty. I couldn't unsee what I'd witnessed, and I couldn't forget the betrayal. Over the next few days, I moved out and stayed with a friend while we sorted things out. She continued to beg for forgiveness, claiming she'd end the affair and do anything to fix our marriage. But for me, the trust was gone. I filed for divorce shortly after. The process was messy, but I was determined to move forward. What I did to her partner. As for the guy, I did some digging and found out he was married too. I debated whether to contact his wife but ultimately decided she deserved to know the truth. I sent her a message with a copy of the video, along with a simple note, "I thought you should know what your husband's been up to." She thanked me and told me she'd suspected something was going on but didn't have proof. She said she'd handle it from there. Moving on. Now, months later, I'm in a new apartment, starting fresh. And the Dyson fan? I kept it. It's a strange reminder of the day my life changed forever. It may sound silly, but that fan was the silent witness that helped me uncover the truth. I've learned a lot through this ordeal. Betrayal cuts deep, but it also opens your eyes to what you truly deserve. And for me, that's a future built on honesty and respect, not lies reflected in a fan.